everybody, my name's Eli, and today I'm going to be making a 5-stair with rail finger skateboard staircase. Let's get started. Oh, so I just started off by measuring this piece of 3/4 inch plywood to 5.5 inch strips and cut them on the table saw. And this was scrap wood. And I just tried to get as much as I could out of it. And then you can see this diagram that I made, and this is going to be a 5-stair. So what I did, each stair is going to be 1 inch long. So I made 5 pieces of plywood that were 5.5 inches wide, and each one decreased by 1 inch. So the first base was 8 inches, then the next one went 7, 6, 5, and so on. So once I figured that out, I went over to the chop saw and I just cut those out on the saw. And to glue them together, I used this Rapid Fuse by DAP that dries in 30 minutes. And this stuff is actually, if you're gonna buy it, it's a really good deal. It's actually CA glue. So what I did, I just glued them together. Started with the top, then went to the base, and to hold them extra good together, I used these little finishing nails. They're about 1 inch long, and I just pre-drilled some holes, and then just put 3 of them in each 2 pieces of plies, and repeated the process. You would wipe away my tears, so sincere, turn gray skies to blue. And since there's 5, it was an odd number, so the very last one was only held by CA glue. But, and then I just put a really heavy block of steel on top to dry. And once it was done drying, I got this aluminum tubing. I first started with a little one that was going to hold the bigger one up on top of it. And as you can see, I scribed 2 little dots that were in the middle of the first and the third piece of plywood. And then I just drilled a hole that was the same circumference as the pipe. And once I did that, I could measure how long I wanted it. And I think the length came out to be 2 3/4 inch. Or it was actually 3 inches. And 2 3/4 inches were going to be sticking out. And once I cut those, I just used scissors because it's really thin aluminum. I moved on to the next step, which was cutting the rail, the actual rail that you would skate the fingerboard on. And this ended up being 5 inches long. And to connect the rail to the little rods that are sticking up, I drilled 2 holes that were the same size as the little pipes into the bigger pipe so that they could sit on. Once I drilled one, I just matched it up and drilled the second one. And to keep these little rails in place, I used some of the Rapid Fuse, which is also CA glue, to just hold them in. And then I used Q-Bond at the beginning, which is this 2-part mix where there's this powder and then CA glue that activates it, and it's supposed to get rock hard in 10 seconds. That worked, but it broke off, so I ended up using this putty epoxy that is supposed to be as strong as a weld when it dries, and you just mix it together, and it's 2 parts. It has a core and an outer, and you mix them together, and then they turn really hard after a couple hours. So then I just shaved some of it off, but I actually did put a different kind of glue, as I was telling you. And then I just did some final touch-up sanding to the whole entire thing. I used 220 grit sandpaper to finish off the wood. And as I was saying, this thing is 8 inches long by 5.5 inches wide. And then I just started heating up the pipe for my brand. And now I'm wood burning my E in. And after that, I just finished off the whole entire thing with spray lacquer. And this was gloss spray lacquer, if you're wondering. And I think I did 2 coats. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. It was actually really fun to make this finger skateboard, rail. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you like this video. See you next time.